Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your December 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Virgo in your chart. Now, there's some changes coming in here for you, and possibly some new contracts that you are signing. This could be soul contracts, business contracts. I'm getting here, taking a look at documents and things of that nature to prepare you for 2024. Now, your first card out here, Virgo, is the cutlery. Now, Leo also had this card in the recent past position as well. So some of you could be riding that Leo cusp, or you may have some strong Leo placements in your chart. But this is about finding ways to live a better life, have more money, be financially stable. I'm getting here financial freedom as well. So this could be food related. Maybe you are the sole provider. This is about using the tools that you have and going in search of what you do not have to complement your skill set, complement your abilities. So this could be maybe going back to school for a situation. It could be heading in a new direction, one that feels more fulfilling. And as I always say with the cutlery card here, you see that there's a missing spoon, and it's really difficult to eat soup with a spoon. So some of you are changing up the tools that you use, or you're changing up the food that you eat in a symbolic sense. So maybe instead of, you trying to use a fork to eat soup, maybe you are using the fork that you have to eat, a salad, for example. So I feel for a lot of you, there is an integration happening, and you're using the skill set that you have, but also a lot of you are making some big changes to add to your palette, add to your tool belts. So I like this card coming in because this is about needing more money. There could be a certification. There may be some sort of contract. I just heard here real estate. So some of you, maybe you are getting your real estate license. For others of you, there could be a certification that is required in order for you to continue moving forward, Virgo. I just heard the name Carl as well. So Carl could be your name, a supervisor, someone that you work with. Now, in the present month of December, you have the gold bar. This is about investing. It is about taking a look at what you are investing your time, your money, your energy, and your support into. Is it aligned with your values? Is it based in integrity? Is it bringing about a sense of financial, are you solidifying some sort of financial outcome here is what I see, because this is long term. Some of you could be in the banking industry. I just heard Carl again. So maybe Carl is a banker, a broker, or a professional that you'll be working with. But this is about satisfying positions, Virgo. It's about long-term positions. Some of you, this is retirement. It has to do with, residual income, or making choices now that are going to affect your career, not just right here in the moment, but in the long run. So you may be making some big changes. And in the near future, you do have the seal card. This is sealing the deal, right? Some sort of business contract. There could be a gift of money coming in here, an inheritance, a bonus, a raise, a promotion. For others of you, I feel like you could even be closing the envelope on a situation. It's like something is done and sealed. You're sending it off. Maybe this has to do with a business of yours, or you could finally be wrapping up the end of education or a certification. I feel as well, there's something you may be sending off, because they're showing me like a mailbox and then a flag up. So I feel like you are on the end of it, where you've done the work here. Now there may be a little bit of a waiting period, or, a gestation period while you're waiting for something to kind of grow, but you're going to stay put here. And this does have to do with some sort of paperwork. And this also came up in the Leo reading as well, but there could be some sort of money or disability or insurance, something like that, that you are applying for or sending off. And I feel like it will be favorable, but there could be additional information required and needed at some point. Maybe not right in this moment, but at some point. Now, what you don't see coming is some choices, some choices to make here that have to do with, yeah, there's the law and order card. So it may have to do with a legal situation or legality. Some of you, there was a pay cut, maybe a demotion, or maybe you were fired. This could be unemployment paperwork. For others of you, it just has to do with maybe business taxes or business income, something of that nature. But you're cutting corners in a way. And it's not that you're cutting corners because there's no shortcut, but you've already done the work. So now because you've done the work, it's like things can finally speed up and you feel like you're making progress here. So decisions being made that may be out of your hands. Because again, I feel like you've done the work, you've put something up, the flag is up. Now you're waiting for someone else to receive what it is that you're putting out. It could be that you've manifested something in the physical world and now universe, spirit, as your co-creating partner is bringing this thing to life, whatever it may be for you. Now, Virgo, you have shopping. Some of you could be doing a little bit of shopping, maybe for the holiday season in the month of December. For others of you, you're home shopping, house shopping, maybe taking a look at things that can increase your business. Now, this is interesting. Some of you may be deciding on purchasing items for a business, such as exercise equipment. Maybe you have a yoga studio and there's equipment that you're purchasing to benefit you. This could be purchasing a company vehicle, maybe even purchasing electronic device, something of that nature. I feel like and right behind it, we have the new asset. So that could certainly be a new vehicle as well. So I like the new asset with the shopping because this is something that's actually going to be beneficial. You do have background checks. So if you've applied for a loan or if you've applied for a position, I feel like there's going to be an increase or an approval. So whatever it is that you've applied for, background check. And that's what I meant earlier when I said you're sending something off, whether it's a resume, whether it is, some sort of paperwork to get finances or to get some ducks in a row. I also get something along the lines of like passport. It may have to do with customs or like worldly interactions. There could be something along the lines of that nature. It could be a renewal of a license, a driver's license, a certificate, something of that coming in. Now, your final card is changes. So 2024 is going to be a significant year around financial changes for you. And I feel like this is a good thing, Virgo, a really good thing, especially with your surrounding cards. Because why? Why are these changes coming in now? Because for one, there's some sort of a soul contract, which certainly could be a business contract. Something that you've been working hard towards is coming to fruition. Again, stamp of approval. Some of you could be notary publics as well, or you may be getting something notarized. I also see the mallet, like a judge, boom, something is done or set in stone here. But again, it may show back up down the road in order for you to get additional information or for you to do something with maybe the money that comes in, because I see that there could be a payoff or a payout or back pay. And maybe that's what you're thinking about investing. Now that I have this inheritance, or now that I have this job or this raise, what can I do with the money that's going to help long term? So you may be looking into different accounts, retirement accounts, maybe land, contracts, things of that nature as well. Let's dive into your reading here because a lot of information coming through around money. So let's see here right away. We're going to just get all your cards out here on the table first. So right away, you do have the Six of Wands as your overall energy. The Six of Wands is good. And again, I think Leo received the Six of Wands. If you have any Leo placements in your chart whatsoever, you may want to check that reading out because I'm getting a lot of the same vibes, a lot of the same energy. Thank you, Spirit. And final outcome. Beautiful. All right, so right away you have the Six of Wands showing up, and it is at times saying you're not feeling as appreciated, or you don't feel like you're investing in the things that are paying off, or maybe you're not getting recognized or rewarded. because it is showing up in the lower frequency. However, there's a shift happening this month, a perspective shift that's going to allow you to get to the top here. It's going to allow you to feel like you are moving forward, and there will continue, or there will be in the near future, a glorious win. The Six of Wands is one of my favorite minor arcanas because it is about success, accomplishment, achievement, fame, victory. It's about recognition and public recognition as well. So other people recognizing, and it's not to feed the ego. It is because you are living and leading with soul purpose, with passion. Wands are about inspiration. They're that spirited energy of creativity and passion and a love for what it is that you do, because it's channeled divine energy and it's you using your unique gifts. And that's what I feel happening here for you. So if you don't feel like you are being compensated or recognized for your unique gifts, things are changing here. And there could be new contracts coming in, old ones coming to an end, because I certainly see that in the past here, there's definitely been some hard misfortune, but that's about to take a turn. I don't see the Wheel of Fortune in your reading, but I certainly sense that there is a new beginning being offered here to you, but it may not happen instantaneously is what's important for you to recognize, because what's crossing your energy here, what's crossing the path of this Six of Wands, which remember is about victory, it's about achievement, which we see coming in here with the gold bar. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is carrying some heavy loads. I also heard deadline. So some of you, there could be a deadline, like crunch time. I need to get this figured out. I need to have this certain quota made. This has to be done by this time. I want to wrap this up before going into the new year. But because the Ten of Wands comes in, this can be about feeling exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It can be about bringing in others to lighten the load. And that's important for you this month. Try not to take everything on yourself, Virgo. Ask for help when needed, because this Ten of Wands, look at this. This guy's carrying 4 ginormous boulders. And the fact that it is a 4 is a stable number. So some of you, these boulders are helping create your stability, but it's weighing too much on you. So you may be reprioritizing this month, or you may be completing a cycle, because tens represent endings that are bringing in new beginnings. And I certainly feel like a lot of you, you're going to start to see that there's noticeable growth in your financial sector, whether that shows up in the form of numbers growing, money growing. It could be help. It could be recognition. It could just be a pat on the back and someone says, job well done. Wealth and abundance can show up in so many different flavors, so many different ways in our lives. And it's important to acknowledge all of them, not just what the numbers look like in the sense of money. Now, this is about taking a look at what responsibilities are yours and what is other people's stuff. Are you carrying other people's stuff this month? And if you are, because some of you, because you have the cutlery, some of you could be paying or occupying someone else's financial concerns or status. Maybe someone else relies on you to pay for their way forward. Maybe it's college funds. It could be, maybe you support and pay for a family member. Maybe you are the sole provider or the breadwinner. Whatever this is here, you have a lot shouldering on you. But I feel it's important to take some time this month for you to do things that align with your values and your beliefs. Take care of you is what I'm getting here. Okay. 10 of Wands can also at times feel like they have to fix or heal everything. And sometimes they can even be perfectionists, where if I don't get it done, it's just not going to get done. So I have to do it. I have to bend my back, bend over backwards or break my back in a sense, or the world's going to crumble. But in reality, the world's going to keep going forward. You're allowed to take a break, whether those dishes can wait, whether there is, a deadline that maybe you're losing sleep over. I feel like it's very important for you to try to take some care of yourself, try to take some rest, drink some water, take a break, get out of the chair, go for a walk, whatever it may be for you, because otherwise the body starts to throw a little bit of a fit, and the body says, hey, Virgo, you're not treating me very good, therefore we're going to manifest this dis-ease. We don't want that disease, right? So take care of you, especially when it does come to, excuse me, especially when it comes to your back. This could be a really powerful month to speak up, as my throat chakra is a little bit, excuse me, activated at this time. So some of you may need to speak up and ask for help, ask for support. Don't let pride get in the way, or don't feel like you have to take on everything. Speak up for what it is that you need. And if you're feeling frustrated at work, or if people keep piling and piling and piling things on you, it's important to speak up in the best way. Communication is going to be key this month. It would be a wonderful month to get a massage, get energy work done, see a chiropractor, make sure you are not heavy lifting. Okay, if things need to kind of be laid out for you to see, then don't be afraid to make lists. Lists can be your best friend this month, Virgo. Now, what's below you? You do have the Lovers. This is about making choices that are euphoric, that bring happiness, that bring love and excitement instead of haunting you. Because it is showing up in the upright position here, Gemini energy with the Lovers. So this is the choice card, which what we don't see coming is the choice. So they're saying here that there could be a new decision that shows up for you, Virgo, but because you've made choices in the past, you're being asked to trust that you know what to do here. You know what's in your highest good. There is something here about you releasing the attachment, and they're showing me that mailbox again with the flag up. So it's like once you deliver something, once you seal the deal on what this is, whether it's physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever you're sealing the deal on, then leave it to the universe. Give the universe some breathing room to create this magic here. You have the ability to make decisions that are in your highest good. Trust that. Don't second guess. Don't go pull that out of the mailbox, right? Don't rescind your offer. Don't, don't sit there and worry and stress about it, because sometimes we do. Just allow yourself to stick to something and then, take the action steps accordingly. But if it's out of your hands, try to go with the flow instead of waiting every second. It's like trying to watch that boiling pot, right? We watch it and it takes forever and ever and ever, but as soon as you walk away, it starts boiling, and that's kind of what I get here for you. Now, Virgo, they're giving me a vacuum cleaner here. Some of you, maybe you sell vacuum cleaners. Maybe your vacuum just broke, or that could be symbolic for needing to vacuum or clean up some sort of a space here. I also just seen underneath a bed. So some of you, goodness, there needs to be maybe a clearing up, clearing away, getting rid of stuff, clearing out the cobwebs. This could be mentally as well. It doesn't have to be just physically in your space. Although if some of you could be doing some deep spring or winter, spring or fall cleaning, winter, whatever type of cleaning here. But I feel like it has to do with the mind as well, because in the recent past, you have the 5 of coins. Whoa, look at that. That house is in shambles. So for some of you, literally, it is that your house feels like it's in shambles, maybe because there's been a lot of hectic, busy energy. Maybe that's where help comes in. It could be a family member or hired help. But this is about recovering your sense of stability, because the 5 of coins is the card of money issues, health issues, maybe even bankruptcy, paying off a situation here. Maybe someone around you could be struggling. They may have lost their home, and that's why you are helping them out at this time. Or maybe you have a child who is staying with you. Whatever this is here, it's in your recent past, and the 5s can bring a little bit of disruption. So when this 5 shows up, there certainly could have been a job loss or a change that maybe you've made for yourself. Okay, maybe on a soul contract level, you knew that it was detrimental to your health and not aligned with your values. And therefore, maybe the universe brought in a tower where you were fired, where you were let go, or maybe you quit or walked away from a situation. But it's to better align you with your future. It's to better align you with recovering a sense of stability that's based on a solid foundation within a level of belief that comes from a place of love, not fear. And that's important for a lot of you to remember when you're going through some of these struggles. Now, what's above you? Nine of Swords in reverse. I like to see this in reverse because it means that there is some sort of acceptance. Acceptance for the things that you cannot change, and a knowing that there are better things ahead, that you can release some of the stress, some of the anxiety, and some of the difficulties of the past. Now, the Nine of Swords, it can be a heavy energy of fear, worry, anxiety, self-pity even. But the good news is, this is like the darkest has already come. We see that with the Five of Coins. The worst is behind you. And I feel like you're letting go of, the fears around money because, again, there's some big changes happening here for you with the butterfly. And you're going to be making some new choices here that affect your future. And even though I do see that there could be a purchase of these things and you may be questioning, I just put this big purchase or this big sale in. Am I going to be able to afford this? Is this for my highest good? Trust, okay? Because you've made decisions in the past that maybe haunted you. Maybe you wish you could have did things differently or went in a new direction, but we can't sit there and dwell over the past. What we can do is learn, grow, heal, and move forward, even if it's baby steps moving forward, Virgo. Now, in the near future, you do have the Six of Cups. Sixes are a stable number that bring in harmony, problem solving, responsibility, and loyalty. And the Six of Cups can be about cherishing those memories, cherishing what you've learned, how you've grown, but not dwelling in the past, literally what we just said here. So when the Six of Cups shows up as well, there could be an act of kindness that you've put out there, you've helped someone else out. You're going to see that come back to you tenfold. This is good karma. Okay, Six of Cups energy here is about, making sure that you are allowing yourself to have a second chance. I mean, there could even be a position from the past, a coworker or something in the past that you've always wanted to do, right? Maybe with this Lover's energy, something that's heart-based or it's more balanced in the head and the heart. And it's something that's maybe coming back up around for you to give a second shot to or a second chance to. Because I feel like the timing is right now. But maybe for whatever reason in the past, low on money, financial setbacks, maybe some health concerns, you had to put that on hold. But now there's an opportunity here to do what you love and for you to bring in a lot of monetary gain from it as well, a lot of satisfaction. This is long term. This is about aligning with your values, with your purpose, your destiny here. But knowing that you have free will to choose, right? That's one of the biggest gifts that we have as well is free will. But what is aligned with our destiny isn't going to be altered. We're going to make choices that are going to get us there one way or the other, but it's how we navigate through that journey. Do you want to navigate with ease, with worry, with anxiety, with, fear? Or do you want to get there based on abundance, appreciation, gratitude, and love? The choice is yours. Now, how are you doing? How are you doing, Virgo? You have the Empress energy. It is showing up in the lower polarity, which I don't mind seeing the lower polarities of a card because it means that you have the ability to choose the higher polarity. And this is about nurturing what you want to create instead of feeling like you can't put the time, the energy into it, or feeling like you are smothering a situation or putting it out. For some of you, it's like the fire's been put out, but how can you revive this? How can you start again, but maybe within a new perspective, a new shift, a new dynamic? The Empress is one of the most abundant cards in Tarot, Virgo. And this is all about you being able to nurture whatever it is that you want to create in this world, on this planet. A lot of you are in service to uplifting mankind, uplifting your fellow neighbor, uplifting the vibration here. And it starts within you, right? It starts within you by not dimming your light, by not holding yourself back. And sometimes we do. We get in our own way. We get in our own head, our own thoughts. We start to obsess. We start to fear. We tend to go down the rabbit hole. And then we feel set back at times. And there are things that are outside of our control, right? Things that happen on a global level or economic level or, things that happen within our homes or our careers. But you have the ability to come back in this energy of more abundance than maybe anything that you've lost. Now, what's going on in your environment? You do have the Knight of Cups, Virgo. Knight of Cups says that you have the ability to allow this attraction, this dynamic to flow, right? Law of attraction here, based on heart's desires, based on a love for what you do. But because there's been interrupted setbacks, we'll call them, or interrupted progress, thank you, Spirit, there's a little bit of a hit to the confidence saying, well, what if it gets interrupted again? What if I keep getting hit with rejection? What if, right? Trust and know that you are not here all by yourself. And that's something that so many struggle with. They think that, this is just me. I don't have help from the guides, the universe, spirit. It's just me. I'm alone. I'm isolated. I'm hermiting. But you do have support. And this is what you are opening up to. Now, there could be someone around you who is manipulative, who is not open to hearing your ideas. This could be a partner. This could be a business. This could be someone you work for. It could be a client. Someone is a little bit manipulative, and they could be coercing or trying to manipulate your energy. And you could let them. You could let them. A lot of people do, right? But you're stronger than that. You have the power to say, I see through this. I see what you're trying to do here. And I've already let people manipulate me in the past. Now I'm making the choice to not do that again because I see it for what it is. I've already lost. I've already been taken advantage of in the past. Now you're able to free yourself from this. And maybe this is you. If this isn't someone else, this could be, excuse me, you at times feeling like you have to go in a direction because that's maybe what you were taught. And that can be our own beliefs manipulating us to believe something that isn't even aligned with our integrity, our values, our morals. But it seems like it is because that's what society or that's what parents or that's what so-and-so said that you must be, do, or become. Right? Knight of Cups. A lot of activation here around the throat center. So speaking up, telling your truth, sharing your story. If there's something that you are struggling with, some sort of maybe money conflict. I just saw here, they showed me cutting corners, but I didn't read the corners. It said cords in my mind's eye. So some of you are being called to cut cords, and instead of breakthrough, they showed me break apart. Interesting. So some of you are cutting cords and breaking apart of a situation that has been manipulative, okay? Or it's just no longer good, whether it's your beliefs, again, an environment, a person, a behavior. Now, what's showing up here in your hopes and fears is the Three of Coins. The Three of Coins is about building a solid foundation and maybe even building back up, because remember, in the recent past, you have that 5. So it's like you've taken a few steps back, but you want to rebuild something solid. So when that storm, kind of like the big bad wolf, right, comes in threatening to blow down the little piggies' homes, the homes are built on a solid structure, a solid foundation. So no matter what that big bad wolf does, the piggies are protected. And for some of you, there is a big bad wolf here. Whether it's a boss, whether it's a governing agency, whether it's your own shadows, whatever it is, but you're rebuilding something from within and you're releasing and eliminating the best you can those fears, those worries, those restrictions with the 9 of Swords. And it is something from your past, I see. Now, the 3 of Coins is about learning the lessons so you don't have to repeat them. And this is a huge time. October, November, December is all about karmic cycles, karmic lessons being released. We've had eclipse season. There's been a ton of shifts within the planetary alignments. So whether you follow astrology or not, you're probably feeling it. Internally, you may be seeing it externally, but it's big. And the fact of the matter is you've learned a lot all the way up until this point of your life, and you're ready to take that next step. You want to work with people who want to work with you. You want to work with people who inspire, people who thrive, people who grow, people who are open-minded. You want to put yourself out there, be seen, be heard, and be valued. That's why you have the 6 of Wands in your energy. You just want to be appreciated for who you are. Who doesn't want to feel appreciated? Your final outcome here, Virgo, you have the Seven of Wands. Excuse me. Now, the Seven of Wands is all about being all in. This is about your determination, your effort, your dedication, because in the recent past, I feel like you've lost a little bit of courage. You fluctuate a little bit between the lower and the higher polarity of the Seven of Wands, where sometimes it feels personal, sometimes you know that, you step out of it. Okay, sometimes you want to give up, but you know that you have to keep a strong, healthy boundary. It's like sometimes you feel that pressure from all angles and you let your defense go up, but then at other times you know you need to stand up for what you believe. So there is a little bit of a polarity going, but I see here by the end of the month, you're all in. You are ready. You're ready to move forward. And sevens are about that inner awareness, about that wisdom, that insight, to reflect on what's working and what's not. To reflect on who's in your corner and who's not, who may be manipulating or what, or the patterns or habits that feel controlling or domineering, in order for you to go all in when it comes to your financial success, your abundance, and above all, who you are at the core. That's what you're not giving up on. I'm loving this, Virgo. This is a very strong energy, regardless of what you've gone through. Maybe some of you have lost your homes. There's been major setbacks here for you. For others of you, you've lost your jobs. You've had to dig in. Maybe you've had to go through dark night of the soul. Whatever this is here, Virgo. And this has been another common theme. The comeback is stronger than the setback. Maybe it was the, fall of the economy. Maybe it was since 2020 or even 2019 for some of you. There's been a lot happening here on a global level, but you're reinventing yourself and it's coming from even a stronger place than before any of the setbacks even took place. And look at this. You have the building blocks here, and we just spent a whole lot of time talking about, the Three of Coins in your hopes and fears. So the building blocks, card 28, some of you may be 28 years old. You may be born on the 28th, but 2 and 8 equals 10, which breaks down to 1. And that is the energy of new beginnings. So a lot of you, you're getting rid of some stuff that doesn't serve you, that you've gone through, so you can walk into 2024 in a sense of feeling like you have a little bit of a stronger sense of who you are, a stronger clarity on your path moving forward, but most importantly, knowing that you are in fact, Virgo, a beautiful work in progress, and that you have been doing the work to set your little piggy house up so when that big bad wolf comes in, that it's stronger, right? You have everything you need, Virgo, to turn iron into gold in the process of creating the prosperous life you desire. Now is the time to build on the strong foundation that you've already laid for your prosperity. Keep in mind that these building blocks are imbued with the sparkling energy of your intentions. Own your dream and remember that you always have more than enough and you are always enough. So abundance is ever present. Your creativity is divinely inspired and the design for your life is taking shape in service to the world. I'm going to repeat that. The Spirit is saying repeat, repeat. Maybe this is an affirmation that you want to jot down, that you want to repeat to yourself on a daily basis. The design for your life is taking shape in service to the world. You are meant for success. You absolutely are meant for success. That's what we said here in the very beginning of your reading. You have the gold bar. You have the Six of Wands. You know better. You now know better because you've gone through making some choices that, maybe weren't always in your highest good. Maybe you wish you would have started saving earlier, or you wish that something would have happened. But we can't go back, but we can learn from, those mistakes or those lessons, as I like to call them. Lessons. Because some of you are still struggling with this and your fear, I'm going to read the reversal. It says, now is the time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life. Perhaps your values have changed. Look at what we have here, deep values. That's part of the gold bar. Perhaps your values have changed and it's time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision that you have in your life. There's the Nine of Swords. Let go of the things that block you from seeing this success for yourself. Or perhaps you chose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement that you have entered into, hello seal, right? There's the contracts, there's the agreements. Maybe you've ignored the signs that it's not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty. And maybe that's why my throat was really activated. And we said that numerous times. Speak up, be truthful, be authentic, be honest. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do so. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for you, Virgo. Life far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what is not solid. I love this. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid, because again, this blueprint is magnificent, beyond your imagination. I love this for you. All right, last but not least, let's get a few messages from your spirit animals. And at this time, Virgo, I just ask if you can, take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, the belly area. A nice big deep breath in. Hold it for as long as you can and release through the throat, the mouth. And with your eyes closed, I want you to tune into that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows in your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animal is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. Maybe your animal is crossed over the rainbow bridge. Maybe they're sitting beside you. Perhaps you've crossed their path in the great outdoors recently. There is no right or wrong answer, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is post your power animals in the comment box below, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the 1st of each month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you have not already. Okay, some of you may be born on the 17th, the 11th, or the 27th. And again, 7 energy coming in. That's your final outcome. 7 is significant. You may be seeing 7s lately like crazy. And we are also in a 7 year, which is all about spirituality, inner awareness. And next year, we'll be moving into that 8 global energy, which is about your strength, your determination, and you stepping into your power and fully embracing who you are on all levels. So right away, you have Fox spirit. And I just heard someone say, I just seen a fox. So some of you could have seen a fox recently. Maybe it was on your social media feed, maybe in the great outdoors. But the message from Fox is think on your feet. Think on your feet, because there could be some quick decisions that you do need to make this month. But remember, you can trust yourself to make the decisions that are in your highest good and aligned with your heart and soul. So think on your feet. Next, you have the butterfly. This is all about transformation. It is a beautiful thing. And a lot of you, yes, there are big shifts. And remember, you also have the change card and the butterfly in the beginning of your reading. So there's going to be big changes. It's also card 11. 11 is, well, it's the month that this reading is coming out. And as I looked up, I seen 11 on the clock. So 1-1, some of you could be seeing 11-11, 11-01, or just, 1-1-1-1-1. A lot of ones here for you, which is all about new beginnings, new cycles, shifting into a brand new energy. And some of you, you've gone through that sticky cocoon process that felt really messy, really icky, right? You've lost a lot. You felt like you've lost yourself at times. You're rising above the fray. Next, you have Crow Spirit, co-create. And I'm pretty sure we said that earlier, that the universe is now, bringing to you what it is that you're putting out there, because it's from a new vibrational frequency. It's coming from a place of love, and you're going to see that those things start to fit into place, and they happen sooner rather than later, because in the past there may have been a lot of fear-based energy surrounding a situation or an environment, and that's shifting up here. Spirit is your ally. Spirit is your partner. Remember what we said. You are not alone. Even if it feels like some of those prayers aren't being answered, they're already in the process of being answered here. And then lastly, you have Vulture. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. So many times I've had people say, Melissa, I've wasted 20 years of my life in this career. I've wasted so much time. Know that nothing is wasted. If we've stayed in a situation that is past our expiration date, it means that we needed to learn additional lessons around patience, around forgiveness, around understanding, around our own self-worth. It means that there was a reason for it all. Even if it feels like wasted time and effort, nothing is wasted. Life is precious. And so I feel like that's what's shifting within you. Any of that time that you've been wasting, maybe it's on things that don't feel as healthy. Maybe it's scrolling aimlessly on social media when you could be writing that book. Or it could be doing something where, you could be exercising or eating healthier, whatever it may be for you. There's lessons even within that space. Maybe your body needs the downtime. Maybe there is something around healing or overcoming some sort of what we're running away from at times, right? So trust that nothing is wasted. And when we have that level of awareness, then we're able to shift. And that's what I feel is happening here for you this month, Virgo, where you now have this level of awareness that maybe you didn't have before. But whatever it is for you, whatever's coming in, it's allowing you to release some of those fears, some of those nightmares for some of you. Okay, it could have been a nightmare that you were in. They're giving me a song right now. Yeah, I think the title is something around nightmare. That could be an Avenged Sevenfold song, I believe. Nightmare. So some of you, this has to do with your bedding, okay, your sheets, your bedroom set, where you sleep. It could be your bedtime routine. It could be winding down or doing something before bed, or maybe it's in the morning, because I'm getting here a shift or a shakeup in routine that has to do with sleep as well. Maybe even receiving some messages through your sleep, through dreams. Maybe it's through meditation. Maybe you meditate while you're in bed, but I feel like there's something around the bedroom or around the bed, and that can bring in personal transformative changes that affect your career life as well. That is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps the divine channeled messages get to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Do drop your power animals in the comment section below, and if you haven't already, like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for future notifications. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Virgo. Lots of love.